Yes, good evening, dear viewers of Gaza Media. Once more, welcome to this program, The Voice. And we'll be welcoming Dr. Anu Simon, the CEO of Lekudem USA. You will remember that a week ago we were in Minnesota for the Lekudem conference that was heavily attended with people from the US, even His Majesty, the Fond of Lewoh, came all the way from Cameroon. I mean, you can go to our channel and watch some of the footages and some of the amazing traditional dances that took place there in Minnesota. I mean, it was one of the convention that was kind of long awaited with everything that was discussed, especially with focus to reopening and rehabilitation of Lewoh Fondom. Lewoh Fondom is one of the fondom in the BLM division among the 17 fondom in the BLM division of the Southwest region that was also heavily affected by the crisis as people begin to return home. uh, the elite, especially the Kudem, as an organization, is trying to see how they can resettle people, especially with schools and the hospital. So I will bring in Dr. Simon and we'll talk about the reopening of the school, especially we'll focus on the minor seminary. Let me bring in Dr. Simon first. Dr. Simon, you are welcome to Gaza Media.
Thank you, Dr. Kumba NS of Gaza Media. And as usual, I would say thank you for all you do for the BLM community, especially Lewoh itself. I say thank you always for your community service.
Yeah, Dr. Simon, I know last week, it was hectic. There were so many activities, then the flight cancellation at some time too. But I think overall, the turnout was massive. I just want to ask you, maybe you maybe have been busy moving around. Is that what you really anticipated, that the turnout would be that much? That the hall that hall, I don't know the capacity, but the hall was filled to the brim. People were standing on the hallway outside, even when you were doing your presentation.
Yes, thank you, Gaza Media, again once more. Yeah, the conference, the Lekudem Conference 2025 in Minneapolis, the Twin City of St. Paul, Minneapolis, in Minnesota was a great success. As a matter of fact, some members of Lekudem said it's one of the most successful conference we've ever had. And delegates from Cameroon, His Majesty, the Fond of Lewoh, or the Atemangwat of Lewoh, was present. The President General of Lekudem Cameroon was equally present and actually gave us keynote speech. And delegates all around the 50 states in the United States were present, and we even have some delegates equally from Cameroon. It was quite a success, and I want to use this opportunity to thank my brothers and sisters of Lekudem North America and in the diaspora for their support, and equally to thank all delegates who flew from different states to come to make sure the Lekudem conference was a success, and equally thank those who went as much as not just being present, donated and heavily. I want to say thank you to them, and those who were not present and equally sent money. I want to say thank you to all our donors. And I want to use this opportunity singularly on behalf of my executive to thank the entire Lekudem community in North America, United States especially, for their motion of support of this executive, looking at what we've been doing in the past 2 years. And I want to say thank you for them to support that we continue another term of office, and amidst the shortcomings, we have to make sure we make everything goes right during the next conference. I say thank you.
Yeah, I know, Dr. Simon, especially, sometime after the conference, then you go back, there's so much work that you do that sometimes if you are not part of the executive or if you are not part of the leadership, you may not necessarily know. But I think from the way you were answering question, I was there in that hall, uh, it show that you and your leadership are really committed. And during your speech or during your presentation, you did highlight one of the key things that because you were very forceful that come September you want to see school open. You even quoted the minor seminary that you have been talking with the bishop And I think you stated that the residency or the resident or the rector has already been appointed. And now we'll have a communique that was released. That interviews are currently going on by the rector. I think that was released. That the interview is scheduled from July this month to September by the rector, Jude Nya Ngukenga. Sorry for my pronunciation. So I want to ask you: have you come? Probably you must have come across this memo. Any comment?
Yes, actually, I've come across that memo. It is freshly published, I think within 24 or 48 hours. Amidst my busy schedule, trying to make sure everything is ready on the ground. So, actually, the minor seminary is going to go operational this September. I can't be more precise on the date, but it should be on that memo based on my conversation with the bishop.
Mhm.
His Lordship, the Bishop of Manfred, he assured us that the minor seminary will go operational between first or second week of September. And he equally assured me before the conference on the appointment of the rector, which is already done. Reverend Jude Mary is the current rector assigned or appointed to go jumpstart or rebuild the minor seminary, which during the crisis has been dormant for over 7 years or more. And that said, I want to take this opportunity to remind the BLM community in particular and the Cameroonian community in general on the reopening of this minor seminary in Fondom. We all know that the minor seminary, like the Catholic
Education.
hierarchy, does not have boundaries. Even though it's situated in Lewoh, it is not for the Lewoh people alone. So I'm encourage every sons and daughter, parents, to take opportunity of the reopening of the minor seminary, because the good news about it is every student into the minor seminary beginning this September will be scholarized for a free tuition in the beginning of the academic year. So the students can take advantage of this, parents can take advantage of this, and also to let the community be aware that Lekudem, together with its donors and partners, we are trying to map a way forward to keep pushing on these scholarships going forward. But for this academic year, beginning 2025-2026, it will be tuition free for the minor seminary.
Okay. So yeah, thank you. I'm glad that you are really affirming your commitment when you said in the floor when we were last week in Minnesota that tuition will be free for the student that will come and enroll in that school this year. So I'm glad that the parent should take the opportunity, especially those from the BLM, even though it is situated in the Diocese of Manfred, education have no boundary, but people coming from within us should take an advantage. I think the parents are listening to us and take the opportunity and send their children to that school.
Yes, that's an opportunity. We might not have it in some later time in future, but like we all know, when anything in the midst of crisis, at the end of this crisis, definitely good things happen. I think this scholarship scheme that the BLM community, especially the Lewoh community, is trying to push into this minor seminary is an opportunity that we all, the BLM sons and daughters, should go quick and swift and take advantage of it.
Yes, Dr. Simon, thank you. I know time is running out, but in our next segment, I would really like us to also talk about the hospital and other infrastructure that will really boost the social economy, especially now that schools are opening, people are coming in. Parent, what about the market? What about the cooperative that we'll discuss? So we'll be looking forward to having that conversation as time moves on.
Okay, definitely. Actually, the things you just enumerated are our work in progress for this academic year, beginning with the school year. Like the hospital center is already under renovation. Prior to the conference, we already cleared the environment and they are trying to clean up. After this conference, we're going to see that we start walking to the hospital center in Lewoh. That is not enough. You cannot bring students into the minor seminary without getting access to good drinking water. So that is already a work in progress as I speak to you. And that is not only enough, we're going to make availability of some school accessories like books, pencil, pens, mark sets for the students who will be enrolling. And just so the BLM community be aware, we are not only talking about a minor seminary here, we are also talking about a co-educational institution. So we also going to be running a co-educational institution not too far from where the minor seminary is located. So that way we can cater for both boys and girls. So at this point, Lekudem, I know people have been more concerned if we are talking about the minor seminary. Is it that we're not talking about the girl child? No, the girl child is just as important as the boy child. But trust me, we're going to roll down the carpet as soon as everything is ready. But there will be a secondary school equally running side by side together, the minor seminary. And there will be renovation of the hospital center, good drinking water. And we are also looking at solar energy extension because it was already installed in the
Mhm.
parish area. So we are looking at extending the solar energy plan into the minor seminary. So there's quite a lot at stake. We are encouraging that people move back into the Lewoh and get life as usual. And the cooperative also is measured in our agenda, this executive for our second term.
Yes, thank you, Dr. Simon. I think you have quite a lot, but I think the challenge, I think you guys are prepared and up to the challenge. I saw your executive, people like Dr. Kenneth were members of the executive, hardworking, somebody that I know. I think you people will be able to handle it. Once more, I want to thank you for having this time with me.
It's always my pleasure having you, Gaza Media, and we have open doors to listen to you or to receive you anytime you want to have a talk with us.
Okay, sure, sure. Uh, Dear viewers, so as you have been listening to the CEO of the Kudem USA, Dr. Arnold Simon, the minor seminary will go operational. So interviews are currently going on in different parishes in the BLM or anywhere where you want to go. So you can go to the parish, get the pamphlet, the communique is out there, and take the advantage of this scholarship that the Kudem is offering so that, that will be a good start. So we want to thank you so much for continuing to listen to us. Please do share this link, this production, so that and share the information as well so that any other family could take an advantage. Until then, we'll see you. Bye bye for now.